Hi everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. I haven't done one in a while and it's the new year, so I thought I would do a video today. It's a bit colder, the temperatures in the UK have dropped a little bit overnight, so I'm just out in the shed first thing just to see how they're doing. They're actually lovely, cosy, no frost in here, and I've just bedded them up with a little bit more hay, and they all look really good, so I thought I'd introduce you. At the moment the setup isn't the way that I want it for the summer, because I'm going to redo the floor of the shed, but at the moment it's okay for them. And I will introduce you to my new setup. On the floor here, I've got a bit of storage this side, which I'm going to get rid of. It's going to be the full shed. But I've got my herd of 11 on the floor now, all bonded, all happy, all great. They have water on each side that you can't this side here. They have access to outside in the summer. They don't in the winter because it's just too cold and muddy, and it's like a bog outside at the moment. As you can see, Jasmine is back with the herd after having her 5 babies. Her daughters, all 3 of her daughters are down here with the herd as well. We've got Esme back there, who has been a bit more difficult, but she's now back with the herd. So Esme, Honey's just over here, the dominant female. She's got her daughter, so that's Honey's daughter, Lily. And then obviously Esme, those of you that follow the channel, Esme is Honey's sister and Lily's auntie. And then we've got, they're all like partly related in some way. Jasmine's babies are partly related to Honey or Luna, because Luna's son is the one that had the 5. And yeah, anyway, a big family tree. And those of you that follow the channel will know who the individuals are. Those of you that don't, you can always comment underneath and I will go through the family. But we've got quite a nice little family group here now. All the females are getting on great. I do have a neutered male that isn't related to any of these females or any of the other guinea pigs in the shed. He's called Milo, and he's a black and white one, and at the moment he's probably hiding right at the back somewhere, so I'll introduce him in a minute. I have 2 empty pens here with just storage in at the moment, which the 2 males that are inside will probably come out into possibly in the summer months. Here I have my old George, who is currently in with one of Jasmine's baby males, who we've currently called Dumbo, but I don't really like the name because I don't think he looks like that anymore. When he was little he had really big ears, but now he's turned very beautiful. He's a Himalayan, like his mother, part Himalayan and a long-haired one his dad is, which if you look at, he's called Leo and he's a long-haired one. Oh, Milo's just come out. He's going to have some water. He's just down there at the moment. He's quite a small male, but does very well. George is in this big one here, so he's in a 6x2. George gets on with any guinea pig. He's very laid back, a very nice guinea pig. He's very old now, doesn't move around much, can't really see that well, and gets on really well with this young male that is really nice natured as well. So they're in there together. Got plenty of hay. And then above those we've got my really old boy, which is here, Bilbo. He's currently about 6.5 now. I took him on when he'd been 18 months into his previous home, and he's in with Spike, who was Jasper's brother, who used to live with George as well, and was one of my originals. Spike was that I got to put in with George and Jasper. I had a trio, which obviously doesn't always work, which didn't work, and there was a fight many years ago now with his brother Jasper, that he did injury to Jasper. So Jasper's currently not with us anymore. He died last year, unfortunately, but he has fathered 9 babies, Jasper did, and currently I do have Lily is his daughter, and Crinkle, who's inside, is his son as well, that I kept. I only really breed now for myself every now and again if I want to. I also think, you know, rescuing guinea pigs is a good idea because there's a lot of rescues out there. I don't breed unless I've got room anymore. So next to them is Monty, who's got his bum to us at the moment. He's getting on a bit now. I think he's going to be about 4 this year. He always has problems with, he's in one of my first videos that I did on how to cut claws or nails on them, and he needs it quite regularly because he's one that's not, his feet aren't the best. So above those, in my big, again a big 6x2, is Dumbo's brother Dobby, who is in with Samson. Samson is related to Leo, so basically Samson is Dobby's uncle. So yeah, they get on really well. Currently, obviously things change, and in my herd they tend to change quite a lot with the males. But I've got enough males I can move around if need be, or they're happy. Like Monty's next to these two. I wouldn't always put 2 males next to a single, but these 2 males have really bonded well, and they don't care who's next to them. It's not going to break their bond because they're really old now. You know, 6.5 and 4 Spikers, so you know they're not bothered. Monty's not bothered either. He's getting on a bit. He's about 4 now as well, so they don't mind being next to each other. These, on the other hand, probably would, because one is coming up 1 this year and this one's only like a few months old. So yes, they would mind being next to other males, so that's why they're at the top out of the way, so that they've not got any other distractions from the females at the bottom. And that's why the females are on the bottom and they're not next to the males, because that could cause a problem, fighting and stuff, because they can smell the females being on the bottom. If I'm cleaning them out and there was females above, then it would fall onto the floor and it would may cause a problem with the males fighting. So I always put the females on the bottom. There is still a little bit of rumbling going on between Esme and a couple of the others, but she only got put in yesterday. So she's still, like, you know, sorting herself out really within the group again. And they'll be so much happier when they're allowed to go outside in the summer, because they're going to have 2 runs going out in different directions from the shed, so they can all get away from each other if they want to. But currently they seem to be getting on all right, and there's enough space for them at present. So yeah, as you can see, I've got these runs, these wooden things here that go 2 ways, so each exit goes, so none of them can be cornered because they've each got an exit to get out of. And the same with a lot of the males, like these 2 here have got this plastic one that they can each get out of if they need to, and again they've got a wooden one at the top they can get out of the bed. With George, I have put him one as well, but also I've given him a nice warm one so he can get into. He is different from most males. If they're bonded well, or they're a really placid older male, then you can put in a bed like that they're not going to fight over, if you know your males really well and they've bonded. But other than that, I would always say to put in a tube one, or one that there's 2 exits and entrances out of, so they can actually get away from each other, because that does cause issues and fights. The same with a lot of females, they need to be able to get away from each other so injury isn't caused, because females bicker as well, but they're obviously not as bad. We've got this one. This is Pearl, and her mother is Jasmine, and she is part Himalayan, this one, and she's pointed up lovely. She's got a beautiful nose. That's her mom coming there behind her. Her mom didn't really have much of a point, but yeah, 2 of her son and her daughter have pointed up really well. And then she's got a plain white one, which is Dobby, and then she's got 2 plain tan ones, which one of these is her daughter as well. And I've got another one that looks exactly the same, unless I see them together. There's Peaches and Pigsy, and they both look very the same, but their personalities are slightly different. one under here hiding. This is Nova. She's a very shy individual. And that's her mum there, which is Luna. That's Nova's mum. They all look completely different. And obviously that's Dotty, is her other daughter. So that's Luna, the mother of Dotty and Nova that I just pointed to a minute ago. So we've got quite a nice little family unit going on in here. Lots of mothers and daughters. You can hear a little bit of squabbling, and I think that's Jasmine at the back there with Milo, and Milo's, oh no, actually Jasmine's, yeah, it is Jasmine and Milo. So they're just kind of, Milo saying, look, I'm still the boss, and it's quite normal. Anyway, I just wanted to introduce you. George having a drink. And their diet are 80% hay. Well, some people give them 85% hay. It changes, but I give them 80% hay, 10% vegetables, and 10% pellet. My pellet base that I give them is from Nature's Own, and it's mixed a lot with hay anyway, so they have more of a hay base. And as you can see, I just put as much hay as they need in. The more hay, the better, especially in the winter, especially if they're living outside, because the hay is the thing that is going to keep them warm, and they eat it as well. There is a lot of waste in the winter, but that's just part of being a guinea pig owner. So that's just normal, really. Yeah, as you can see, there's Dobby. Very spiky. And they're very playful, these two. Hello. Hello, Spike. So yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to the herd, and I hope you have had a really good New Year and a good Christmas and everything, and I hope to see you again soon. Any questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll try and help if I can. And yes, that's me for today. Thank you very much for watching. Press like, subscribe, and I will see you again soon.